What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade. Basketball analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. We're going to talk about the 27-year-old Anthony Davis signing a 5-year, $190 million contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. And this is fresh off LeBron James signing his extension for 2 more years, $85 million. Man, they really took care of them. These are huge salaries for their dynamic duo that's fresh off an NBA championship. This was a no-brainer. I was hearing that Anthony Davis wanted shorter amount of years. I was hearing that Anthony Davis wanted to opt out and stuff like that. And if you Rob Pelinka and Jeannie Buss, you want Anthony Davis as long as you can have him. You traded a lot of players and assets, even the All-Star and Brandon Ingram, who was one in the Western Conference this year, plus picks to get this guy. You don't want him for 2 years. You don't want him for 3. You want him for the whole 5, including the year he just went past, which will make it 6 years if he does stay with the Lakers all of those seasons. So to me, this was easy. I thought this was going to happen. I don't really see another team that could legitimately get Anthony Davis to come down there because you see the offseason that the Lakers had. They was able to upgrade their roster, and I have them as the number one team in the NBA, not in the Western Conference, in the entire NBA. This just about Frank Vogel finding a way to integrate, the new team that he has, because the whole style and the whole defense has to change because of the personnel that they brought in, and that's going to be a challenge because they have guys that had smaller roles that they depended on last year, and now they got guys that can do more. They have guys that are a little bit more versatile than what they had last year, which means he's going to have to change some things, and that should be for the better. You should be trying to upgrade your playbook because you have a better personnel. This team is more well-rounded too. They can do a little bit more. They have a lot better floor spacing to me when it comes to the starting lineup, and they have guys that can do stuff. Post up with Marcus All, mid-range passing, ability to play in the high post. You got Schroeder that can break down defenses, but is a good three-point shooter, but also is a guy that's very aggressive and always in attack mode. And you look at the fact that Anthony Davis complements these guys. This is a guy that can rotate, switch, and guard multiple positions. And on top of that, is a solid rebounder for his position. One of the best scorers, has shot 50% his whole entire career that he's been in the NBA. And that's how dominant AD has been. I think when you make this trade, a lot of people was like, wow, we gave up a whole lot for Anthony Davis. And he wanted to be here. He made that known. And he even damaged his reputation a little bit. A lot of people are like, remember when AD did this and he didn't want to play. He was in and out. He really didn't want to be there. He showed it. But he validated that decision by winning the title with the Lakers, and everybody loves him. Everybody respects him. Everybody looks at Anthony Davis as a top 3 player. Some people look at him as a top 2 player in the NBA right now. And I didn't really see that coming into this season, but Anthony Davis to me has improved. And it does help when you have LeBron James, a guy that can get his own shot, create for others, and set you up. They had a lot of assists together as a duo, and it's unbelievable. When I seen this trade go through, I knew that they was going to be a dangerous team. And even coming into the season, before even seeing them play together, I had them as the number one duo going into last season, and they proved that, throughout the year being the number one team in the West and destroying the Western Conference, only going to 5 games each series, and then finishing the Heat off in 6. I do look at it like it's a lot of teams in the West improved. So I do like the fact that Rob Pelinka just didn't want to run it back with the same roster because they knew people was coming for the head. They knew that, we really depend a lot on Anthony Davis and LeBron to create. And I feel like they solved a lot of those problems with the personnel that they brought in. They have a lot of people that can eat by themselves. They have a lot of guys that can impact the game on variety and various levels. And I don't feel like they had that last year. They had more guys that, like I said, fit a role. They had shooters. They had guys that can do particular things, and that's about it. And this year they have guys that can do more, and that should be more fun. That should be more dangerous for a team with a duo of LeBron and AD that can do so much. And that was the problem that I thought that they would had last year is once the game gets slower and you play against better competition, how is they half court offense, going to be? And that was the biggest question to me for the Lakers, and they was able to solve that by getting to the NBA Finals fairly easy and beating the Miami Heat. So now it's just about can they repeat and how many championships can they win with this duo? Having LeBron and AD locked up this long, it won. They play so well together and they play so well individually that they was already dangerous just for that. With all the firepower that they brought in, this team looks like they can. They still do have flexibility because they didn't really lock up too many players long term. So they still will be able to change some of the pieces if they don't fit or they want to upgrade even in the future. That will be able to be done as they don't really have too many long term commitments to their key players. There's the only ones. They can still, interchange pieces as they continue to try to build a dynasty with LeBron and AD. Now we just have to see can they, reclaim the throne of being the champions in the NBA. They was able to get to the top in their first season. That's difficult to do, especially for a duo. And now I look at it right now that unless a massive trade happens or a massive, thing come out of nowhere, even in the, by the trade deadline, at the end of the day, this team should be poised to bring home a championship barring any injuries. If a big trade don't happen or injuries don't happen, this team should be able to take, the championship in a repeat. So if I'm a Laker fan, looking at it from your perspectives, I'm happy. We got our two best players locked down even longer. They play well together. They play well off each other. They team oriented players. They look forward to helping their teammates defensively, which we've seen them play a great team defense all season and in the bubble. And they make teammates around them better by giving them easier opportunities and letting them play off of their abilities. Um, that allows their job to be easier. Now it's just about seeing all of it, at the end of the day on the court. It looks good, it sounds good, and now we just have to see it all put together. They got 72 games to figure it out, and then, we'll see if they'll be able to reclaim their throne as the NBA champions of the NBA. So other than that, this is a team that I am going to be watching. I watch every game anyway, but this is a team I'm definitely going to be watching because they have a lot of interesting parts. They have to get over the hump again because they have to win a title again. And I really want to see what LeBron is going to do. He was second in MVP voting. And at the end of the day, now I want to see how he's going to come back after a short break of rest coming out of the playoffs. And he got to go back into the regular season ready to go. So to me, this is going to be exciting if you're a Laker fan. And now it's just about seeing what they can do in the regular season and seeing how prepared they will be for the next task, which will be winning the NBA championship. So to me, this is a good signing. This is a no-brainer. This is something that you definitely do. This is something that you definitely have to be happy for if you're a Laker fan. And if you feel like y'all can get, back to back like y'all did with Kobe and Paul Gasol, y'all definitely have that opportunity this year. But it's not guaranteed. This championship is not locked up. It ain't guaranteed. They just should be the favorites because to me, even as a Celtics fan, even as a guy that never been the biggest LeBron fan, they do have the best roster to me going into this year. But things do happen, things do change, and we will have to see how it plays out as the season hasn't even started yet. And we are seeing guys like Clay and them go down. So, that's just reality and realistic thinking. So we'll see. Other than that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Like on Facebook to show support. Thanks for everybody that likes on Facebook. Also, you can buy merchandise only on my Facebook. Change the color of the hat, change the color of the shirt, pick the logo that you want, how you want it to be. I can customize it, get it shipped out to you. All you gotta do is message me. Also, you can find exclusive merchandise only on my Spread shirt. There you can find numerous of things that you can pick from that you can't even find on my Facebook page. And if you're interested in that, check it out. That'll be in the description comment section below. Not only that, liking and sharing. If you don't want to buy any merchandise, like and share. Liking and sharing helps the channel grow, helps the channel continue to grow and be good. Not only that, I make breakdowns of players, legends, rookies, summer league coverage, draft coverage, free agency, top 10 lists, discussions, season previews, and more topics. If you don't believe me, I have over 2,000 videos to prove that you can check out. Not only that, comment. I read every comment. Was this good? Was this a no-brainer? Do you think this will help? Do you think they can stay? Will he even be here the whole 5 years? Whatever you think about this signing, let me know in the comment section below. I read every single comment. Other than that, Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis signing out. And if you're a Laker fan, you should be smiling now. And if you're the NBA, you got to be ready because the Lakers are coming for championship number 2. And we'll see the team that's going to get in their way and the teams that's willing to stop them. It's the NBA. Everybody competitive. Everybody feel like they can beat anybody. So we'll see how people come at their head and if the Lakers can, come back with some guns blazing. Other than that, Quinn Wade, I'm gone.